I will be talking about adolescents and their relationship with horror, specifically between the video games Sally Face and Silent Hill, the short message. Trigger warning for this presentation. It includes mentions of suicide, murder, and pictures of animated blood. Sally Face is an indie horror adventure game set in the 90s surrounding main character Sal Fisher. He has a prosthetic face due to an incident that happens in his early childhood, which connects back to the same time his mother dies. The storyline follows him and his friends uncovering the mysteries in the town after a recent murder that occurred in the apartments right before he moves in. This surrounds the occult associated with the apartment and how it's been deeply intertwined with the apartment complex and the town for quite some time. Silent Hill, A Short Message, follows the story of Anita who explores an abandoned building that is known for the amount of people who take their life there. The game flashes back and forth between the exploration and past conversations between her and her friend Maya. Much of the material in the game surrounds Anita's poor mental health and showcases the environment as a reflection of Anita's mind. Sally Face expresses the mental health struggles in a more metaphorical way, even though there are times he does speak his troubles out loud. Some examples include the darkness or evil speaking through the building. This could represent the slow integration and realization of his traumas following him over time. When he abolishes the darkness that has taken a hold of the apartment tenants, he doesn't have a choice on whether he can kill them or not. The only choice he can do is murder them. This could showcase a sense of powerlessness one may feel during these intense, dark times. In Silent Hill, the struggle shows up in more obvious ways, such as the books she picks up throughout the exploration. One book was about solitude and anxiety in teenagers. We also see her struggles and how she talks about herself. She expresses a lot of inner loathing and self-doubt when it comes to her abilities, often comparing herself to her best friend. The environment also reflects a deeper, ever-growing sense of claustrophobia within her own mind by getting physically darker and smaller the more time goes on, and the deeper she explores in the abandoned building. Both of these games are an eclectic collection of artistic expressions of the struggles of mental health. This abstraction brings a sense of depth and meaning to the pain one might experience throughout life. Through playing these games, you're getting to know these characters the same way you would while watching a TV show or a book. Emotional attachments are created. These characters allow the audience to connect with them through the vulnerability that is expressed through their actions and thought processes we hear. Art style also influences the level of connection one creates with the game. Sally Face was my favorite game for a while because of the art style and the material. This artistic appreciation creates more of a connection with the self. It isn't always accepted to consume this sort of media because some find it disturbing or believe it can negatively impact one's mental health. This isn't always true. These horror games reflect a piece of one's own mind that isn't generally accepted, which is why they are so significant to some young people. A lot of the time, these kids might be lost or think that they're feeling what they're feeling is wrong, and once they see themselves in the game, they feel less alone. In my experience as a young person in pain, I wanted to be seen. Horror games like these tend to go into inner turmoil the character experiences, along with the physical expression of this pain through monsters and whatnot. When I was younger, I felt like I had an outlet for my feelings when I played games like this. There was an element of these characters that I related to. It didn't feel like they were faking any of it. They weren't acting like a superhero or someone to look up to. They were just people going through an experience, mental and physical. The adventures they went through were entertaining to me, and I felt like I could place myself in their shoes and experience the story through the characters